Price gets above that 200 MA. I'm getting in there on the 1 minute time frame. Even though this is getting ready, I still saw an opportunity here. 21 coming into price action with the 200 there. It looks very, very bullish sign for me. I keep the stop loss below the point of control here and possibly get a pretty big move here to the upside for Bitcoin.
To be where you are. To be where you
Oh, $100, $100. I'm gonna take a long on the flag here right now, and I gotta go get dressed. I just took a long here, just so you know. Just so everybody knows, I just took a long right here. Stop loss is at 71,000. 731. See if we can get to 73,250 or higher to take some profits here. Crack the 200 MA, get the 21 to cross, and get a reversal here. 1 minute also looks like it could reverse. The 4 hour also seemed to kind of get a bounce back today. So we'll see. First trade of the day here. Let's see what happens. do you know, the trade is up that I just made in front of you. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Look at the lifer just made gains right in front of you. Unbelievable. Let's start off with the gains, huh? I made a trade during the update, during the countdown. I didn't even give you guys a chance. I don't even want to do my hair today. I want to keep it English style. Like, hey, mate, my name's Russell Crowe, eh? I'm all good too, Russell Crowe, mate. But shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm going to do my hair as fast as I can. We're going to run into the intro. But I can't wait to show you the gains that we're in right now. I just gave you a trade in front of you. You didn't even see it. Maybe you did. I don't know. Let's jump into the gains, baby. Gains, they call him. Sammy Gaines, the everyday hitter, never quitter, as we're pumping to 72,250 for Bitcoin. My first trade of the day is up, baby. Let's go. Sammy walking in like Conor McGregor over here. Boo, 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 baby. Shout out to everybody here. I took my signal right as it happened. We broke the 200 MA, 140 in the gain. I can move my stop loss to break even. And I'm in the win, baby, in the win. Might even just close this one for good. Call it a day. Yeah, I'm going to take 140. I want to do that 4 or 5 times a day. That's my goal. Bam, I've been in the trade, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes? 8 minutes to make 150? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm going to lock in those profits below the wick here. And so those profits are now locked in. They can't take them from me. You see? After tax, after a little fee or something, it should be all right. And if they wick me down and they continue to pump, so be it. I love it when they do that. I'll take it. I'll take it. So look, they just tried to wick right to the stop, but they didn't hit it. Let's see if I can continue to win here. Oh my goodness. Oh, look how close I am to my stop. Oh my God, look at the pump to the upside there. 175. I'm going to take some more. Oh, you going to give me more? Oh, you going to give me some more, are you? Are you going to give me some more, huh? Oh, and we're out at 170, baby. Bang it to the upside right when we started the stream. Sorry, I just get a little excited when I trade. I get a little excited when I trade. I'm a little crazy. I'm not that guy. If you can't tell, I'm drunk with gains. I'm a Bitcoin fiend, and Bitcoin's at 72,282. The adrenaline rush from being the richest I've ever been in my life is insanity. I need to calm down and be humble, though. Dear Lord, humble me, for I know not my own error of my ways. I'm a young 41-year-old in his prime. You know, let me realize that maybe not everybody else has hit their prime yet. Maybe not everybody else is there. Let me not rub it in everybody's face. Let me cherish the love, man. And I just sold the top on that wick, baby, and showed you how we did it in front of you all, baby. Don't be afraid to put a stop loss. See how close I was and I still got more? Don't be afraid. The lesson of this story: don't be afraid to stream in front of people. Who cares what they think of you? Don't be afraid to trade. Don't be afraid to trade in front of people. Who cares if you lose in front of them? Don't be afraid to show who you are in front of the world. This is what I'm telling you right now with my actions. I'm not even saying it. I did just say it. I'm trying to be funny too. Trying to make you laugh. Hey. But I'm also trying to prove a point here by my actions. Every single day we put the lemon in the water. Every single day we show up. Every single day we make gains, baby. Sammy Price, the gain maker. Let's go. We're going to break down Bitcoin for you like we do every single day. I know everyone's on pins and needles. They're not sure what's happening. I just trade my model all day long and go for the gusto. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's jump on in. We will go back to the live trading. This probably won't be the last one today. It seems it's good. I love live trading on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. My two favorite days to trade. All right. So, and actually, this is getting busy here. We're resetting the stochastics, coming back down to a key support zone. There's a chance that this wants to continue, and I got to clear my mind, clear my thoughts. But what's happening here? We're bouncing off of the smooth moving average, very strong moving average. It's this white line here, the 200 smooth. Very likely we could bounce here. I've seen it many times in my life. What I can do now is I can risk like 150 for, or 50 for 150. See, what I do is now I start dulling down the risk depending. It depends on how each trade goes each throughout the day. All right. 72,598 would be the target if this decides to pump, and the stop loss is at 72,058. Interesting, right? I was late on the draw there. It is starting to pump already. And this one's smaller trade. Right? Look, 60, yeah, 50 for 140. Okay. But there's a good chance we hold that smooth moving average. There really is a good chance there. Let's see. Let me give it a second. I want to see if this candle can close. 20 seconds. Right click. Countdown to bar close. Always know when your bar is about to close. All right. You may need another drink. Hey, I don't drink, but I'm just making a joke. Over here. Hey, the bar's closing. Hey, you got to make something of it, huh? Yeah, it's a double entendre over here. Hey, what can I say? I'm a guy of many myths. So look, can we continue the move here above this 21-day moving average? I'm going to take it. I like this. It tells me it's going to move. It tells me it likely can happen for me. And this will just be an add-on to my last trade, right? But look, low stochastics touching the 21 above the smooth moving average in a bit of a flag with a pump above the 200 MA. Pretty good sign you're going to get a continuation here. Probably about 80% chance this will continue to pump, but who knows? I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. I'm just a guy wearing a Bitcoin tie. Yeah. Hey, what do I know over here? Hey. I'm just a guy wearing a Bitcoin tie over here. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. You never know over here. Shout out to the 1,199 people here on the live. 233 likes. All walks of life, baby. All walks of life. And look, I mean, since the second I got into the trade, I'm already green. I show you guys this like it flips green. Again, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. Let's see what happens. You can even move that stop loss pretty dang close to break even, because if we're going to lose the smooth moving average or the 21, right? And now I've got no risk on the trade at all. It's just printing. It's just printing, right? Could it come back to zero? Anything could happen. Up here they come now. Here they come playing with it. Let's see. Can the bulls buy this into a wick here? What are you looking at? Well, now you go to some ICT theory. You have this candle here. You don't want to break the top of that candle. Breaker block. Come on, bounce. No. Should bounce off the bullish breaker block. No. Come on. Come on. Get through. Blow that thing back into a green candle. 16 seconds, 15 seconds, 12 seconds. Can we flip green here? Let's go, baby. Get it. Make it happen. Fast, making me think of, minute chicken, fast baked chicken. I don't know why I'm thinking of shake and bake. That's what it is. Shake and bake chicken. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Let's go. Yeah, we pushed that wick out. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You're above the smooth. You're crossing with the 21. All eyes on us. The stochastics, it says we go up, baby. I've done the math here. The data on multiple accounts after 10 years of doing this says we're going to move to the upside. Don't make me look like a fool here. I've back-tested you. Don't make me look stupid. You do what I tell you to do, and you do it now, Candle. I'm in a rare form this morning. I don't know what's come over me. I put on this Bitcoin tie, and I don't know if it seemed like this tie was possessed. You know why? The tie looked like a tie in, something out of like Grand Theft Auto, or just, maybe even The Mask, or a Jim Carrey movie. See how the bees are just accentuated, and it's kind of a clown tie, how it's fatty. See, it's just, and it's making me feel that kind of way. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Joker, you know what I mean? Just feeling a little crazy. Oh, look, they're trying to push us down now. I moved the stop loss to break even. I don't want to give back any gains. All right. But honestly, we should. What's the risk if I'm at below this SMA? I mean, $18, right? So, like, I might as well just, that's basically zero money, you know? Not trying to be rude, but I mean, I don't think I'll ever think about the 18 bucks. I think we'll be all right. We got the move, but you're going to come down now and you're going to make a lower high and push through? And this leads me to watch the bigger time frame. Let's do our big time analysis here. I'll get you guys lost to the smaller time frames. Would be nice is if we start to make kind of a bull pennant, somewhat here of a, maybe a symmetrical triangle, and, still has the possibility of legs to the upside here. I'm telling you, it's 90% of the time when you cross the smooth moving average with the 21, you're going to pump. So if we dump, it's rare. It'll be like the 10% time we don't make it happen, but we'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell. I'm all about the moving averages and the stochastics. That's kind of the main way I see things here. That's all I really need to trade in the VRVP, some support or resistance, and patterns, a little bit of Fibonacci, and it's wait a second, you just said just a little bit, and then you just said 10 things, And proper risk management. I mean, I don't care what you know or how many indicators you use. If you don't have proper risk management, it's not happening for you. All right? No. You got to be able to use that stop loss like I do. I'm always protected. You see, I'm always moving it in. Therefore, most of the trades are green. I'll end up hitting, my last, 16, 17 trades. I think I lost 4 or 5 of them. Right? So we're doing 60, 70% accuracy. And that's when you do that, I mean, it's very unlikely you're going to be able to lose. All right? As long as you don't bet the farm on one big trade, that's the sad thing about having a very nice P&L. You could be 7 for 10, and then you could take one whammy you could get liquidated on one trade. All right? That's why you always must use a stop loss. Always protect the stop. So here we are now testing the smooth moving average, you see? And we're testing it. That's why I have my stop right below it. Very rare we even wick past it. We would kind of like, it usually becomes like an iron door there. Now, what are the next odds? I mean, we could make a longer flag, and they may kick me out, but we could still pump, right? Once you lose the smooth, though, it's kind of like, you're going to look, it's a double top M, right? That's going to drop down to the 200 MA. Then you could drop the 200. So look, we took what we could out of the market. Let's get back into the Bitcoin update and have some fun. All right. I'm watching the 1 hour. The 1 hour looks good to me with some bullish divvy. I may make a trade on a bigger time frame and let that cook, and we'll go from there. That looks interesting, right? Right off the bat, that's what we're probably going to end here when I go and fast forward to the weekly. We're going to end somewhere in here in the zone. All right. Do not get fooled by this next bit of price action. You can see what it says there. Do not get fooled. All right. A lot coming our way. Shout out to my Bitcoin people, man. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being here and hanging out with the lifer. May God bless you and your family and everybody that you kick it with. 1492 Columbus Hill, the ocean blue. 1,492 people here, 302 likes. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this blessing and what you've given me. I remember when I streamed to 3 people, 7 people. I remember when someone made fun of me one day and he was like, oh, to the 3 people that was watching you, he said. I remember that day. I remember who you I don't know if you're watching, but I remember when you said that to me one day. You said, oh, and to the 3 people that were watching you? And I said, okay. I said, in my mind was like, okay, I'm going to get to 100,000 subscribers. Like, that was the day, and I was like, okay, all right. Like, it really burned so hard. I was like, okay, I'll show you. I'm going to let you know who I'm streaming to. So anyway, thank you, God, for all the people you brought into my life. Thank you for everyone here. And a moment of prayer, if you don't mind, if you really don't mind. Dear Lord, thank you for everything in which you've given everybody here. Thank you for this wonderful life in which you've given us all. With the election and the uneasiness and the ups and downs, may everyone just find their peace, their solace, find nature, go outside, take a deep breath. Realize that whoever wins this election, your life is not over. It's not the end of democracy. All right, they're scaring people. They're getting in your mind. Both sides. They're telling you both sides are going to take everything from you, and just take deep breaths. May the best man or woman win. And, you know, and really, this isn't really about that. I just wanted to ask God to, like, help us all just stay calm during this time. And remember that, you know, 4 or 5 years will go by from now, and life hopefully will continue. So, amen. Amen. All right, so Bitcoin, let's break it down all the way from the weekly and on. And you know why I'm praying more openly like that? Like, I always kind of talk about God, but more openly, because I was watching a live stream the other day, 5,000 people watching. A guy that does like updates on P. Diddy and all sorts of stuff like that. And he just started openly praying for a moment, and it was like, I had never, and I said, this is what it looks like. And I was like so proud of how it looked. I was like, I want to do that. And, you know, so it's like watching him openly pray was contagious for me, and it made me to want to openly, isn't that, you know? And it was kind of, because as an influencer, I get to openly pray. It's kind of a cool thing, right? I can either choose not to openly pray, or I can choose to openly pray. I have that choice every single day. And if I openly pray, you know, I think the only thing that it does is show people that I like my meditative state. I like to get my mind right, and you know, and I believe in a higher power, greater than myself, that we're all a part of. And you know, and may you stay blessed. So anyway, moving forward, we're going to start with the weekly for Bitcoin. Take away the moving averages. As you can see, I use the moving average, the MACD, the RSI, and the stochastics RSI with divergences in conjunction with the VRVP. That's what you're going to normally see me using on a general basis. All right. Very simple stuff. If you watch me day by day, you'll watch me take you through the steps as we move through technical analysis. Who am I? My name's Sam Price. All right. I grew up in Boston. I moved to New York City at 18 to go to St. John's University. I eventually, after 4 years, stayed in New York, met my wife, and lived there for 20 years. I moved back to Boston for 4 years, and now I reside in sunny Florida. Oh, that was a really good Conor McGregor. But now I reside in sunny Florida, Sarasota to be exact, and I absolutely love it. Today is going to be a beautiful, right now it's 79 degrees and sunny. Today, the weather is going to be absolutely beautiful here in Sarasota. The high will be 85, not a cloud on the sky. It'll be absolutely lovely. So the weekly closed above the resistance. This will be the biggest weekly close we've ever had. If we can close above, you know, this key level, 71,280 is the key area that we're looking for. We'll call it 71,300. So if we can close a weekly candle, so all we really care about on the week, like we can go up, we can go down, they can dance, they can prance, all sorts of stuff can happen, right, on the day. But as long as the weekly candle closes above 71,300, we have nothing to worry about. We'll be good to go. And life will kind of take us where it needs to, all right? Moving to the 3-day chart. The 3-day finally getting some red after a massive bullish engulfing candle. But we are wicking off previous resistance here. So you can see here that there's a resistance at 71,466. So far, we seem to be holding above it. We can call it 71.5. It's psychological, right? And so far, we're holding above it, but just barely at about 72,001, 72,200, okay? Bitcoin actually kind of hanging out on the 1 minute. So look, it double bottom kind of pumped, almost it faked people out. It made them think the flag, you know, it made them think the flag was hot. Now it's got kind of shoulder head, that's a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder. Even if it's slanted, and I know it's not perfect, but that's very likely to dump. Like that screams, I'm going to take you down, you know. Maybe it doesn't, and you bounce off the bottom trend line. That would be amazing. But it looks more likely now you will make. Now, and it's kind of Bart Simpson head. You also lost the smooth, you see? Oh, almost like, wait, but it could be a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder. You see that? A tactic here now is we're on the 21. Watch this. This is another tactic. I'm going to show you another little quick idea here that I've played many times. So we're on the 21. Stop loss at 71,931 now, right? Below 72K. We can see that that's a clear, pretty strong area even on the bigger time frame. We go to 72,889, right? 72,889. And then we'll take this puppy, right? 3-1. And we open the long here. Why are we going to open the long here? What's the reasoning? Well, those stochastics are beat low, right? They've done an inverted head and shoulder. See them? I'm going to double click them and show you the in depth, right? But like, that's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, is it not? They got room to go. Suggesting we're going to pump. Look at that. Oh, I didn't get the trade? What the heck? I should be up already. I thought for sure I got the trade. I was showing you guys something. I should have been in right there at 192. I should be up already. I had to chase. That's not good. Anyway, yeah. Now we're on the 21. We're above the smooth. We're above the 200. So I can keep my stop below the 200. And like, there's a good chance I could keep this open for the rest of the day. I'm going to leave this alone because there's such a high probability it'll play out. And I'm going to come back in a little while. We're going to finish our top-down analysis. So the 3-day chart, someone might be like, wait, what did you just do, right? So we entered the trade with a stop at 71,931. I did, and a take profit at 72,889, right? Problem was I chased a bit, because I thought I was in the trade already, and I wasn't. Might have thrown off my RR a little bit. Means I may have to raise that just a tad. Possibly get to 73K for the win. But looks presumably likely. Anyway, let's get back to the bigger time frame. We'll have fun in that in a second. That's the third live trade I've made already since I've been here. The first one hit, I was already in it. I was in the live trade as this, and you saw me take profit. The second one got hit at break even or maybe slightly above, and the third one we're now in again, so we'll see what happens, right? Previous resistance is support on the 3-day chart. It's looking pretty nice. All right, if we break that, we're likely going to drop down to 69.8. You can see that. Maybe we had a slight chance hold at 70,660 there. But, you got to think 69.5 to 70,000 we would wick to or have an area to, right? And again, this is when I bring out the moving averages. We kind of really start to take a look at here, the VRVP, and we look. So this beautiful supportive resistance really kicked in here. Right about there, we have some support, but you can see like right here, there's like, you'd say that would put it up a little bit. I guess it's a range bound area. When I say range, it's like, you'll see like it can't always be a line. Sometimes it's just kind of like, it's an area. When I used to draw these all the time, I haven't drawn them in so long. So it's likely when you look at this, like the daily would do what it did last time. It pulled back here, it pulled back there. Like each time it comes up, it bounces back to the 21, And so don't be crazed if we do go back to 69,000 and what everyone's going to tell you is that was the end of the rally. It's a triple top and it's really just a quick little retest to get back to the 21 on the daily and get a move to the upside. How will we know this is going to happen? Well, the smaller time frames will begin to break down. And because I look at Bitcoin every 2 to 3 hours, even probably a couple times an hour, and I know exactly what time frames to see and I know what time frames lead to what. Like I know how dumps start. Like if you and you can do this too. Go find every dump. And it's funny, if you have the time, you can learn everything I know. You take these indicators that I have, go to every single dump you can find on the market. Go look when Walmart dumps, Tesla dumps, right? And then go and then put blue lines and go back in time and then see where the dump started. You'll see the dump starts on a small time frame first. It basically, the small time frame gives up, and then it's like a kind of contagious. It's like a contagion, and it floods into the other time frames. So like the 1 minute loses the 200, then the 5 minute loses the 200, then the 7, then the 15, then the 1 hour, then you're going down to the 2 hour, then the 50, and that's how bear markets begin, right? Now the 1 minute loses the 200 all the time. Does that mean every single time the 1 minute loses the 200, we could go down? It does. That's the scary thing is there's parameters for it. When you're in a solid uptrend on a bigger time frame, the daily's above the 200, and you lose the 200 on the 1 minute, it's not that big of a deal. It does mean that you could be losing it on the 7, the 15, or the 1 hour, which then could progress you further down. But it doesn't, usually it's like, that's why you don't see me get too crazy until the 8 hour begins. When the 8 hour loses the 200, that's when I start, because that's the middle one that leads us to the daily. And if the daily loses the 200, then I'm going to start, flipping bearish. I'm going to become a bear. This is the way I've decided to trade after years of trading different styles. I've picked the one to me that works the best. And I offer it to you every single day if you'd like it. It's up to you for free. And if you want to join my trading group and learn more, by all means, please do. It would mean the world to us if you'd like to do that. All right. If you'd like to join my trading group, we make it simple and easy. All right. By pinning the comment here that I'm about to pin. Make sure I'm pinning the right one. I don't know if I am. I hope I did. Yep. And you can go to cryptolifer.com, our brand new, beautiful designed website for your viewing pleasure and for your, your usefulness and utility. Join us now and jump on and subscribe to my awesome. This is join the trading group. $99, $270, or $9.99. We can't wait to have you there. All right. So beautiful pump for Bitcoin to the upside, right? As suggested, 333 twisted up, and another trade in the green. If you took it, we should be up basically $100. I don't know why I didn't. I just, I was doing my thing and didn't realize that we didn't hit. The flag beginning to break out. So far, so good. You can see we have resistance here. Once we crack that, I don't see how we don't go to 72,600. All right. And we may have caught the daily bottom here for a reversal. You never know. But that's how we would look if that's what happens. All right. You have the ability to flip bullish and bearish at any moment in time, kind of back and forth. And that's the key to becoming a profitable trader. Never being stuck in one section. You're playing chess. You do not know what the person across you is going to do. The second you tell yourself what they're doing, you've probably missed the boat. All right. So look at this. I wouldn't be surprised if we get busy. The 4-hour may not have to touch the 21. In very bullish times, we'll just we will come back to it drastically at one point. But this suggests that 78,500 is the next target for Bitcoin. And I'm really good at stalking price action and price discovery. I've done over 500 to, 1,000 assets when they get into price discovery. And I've done it with a trading group. People here on the show can attest to it. And the way I do it, I don't use fib extensions. I've watched the fib extending guys. They're good. I guess, but I don't use it. I don't need it. It's very likely your first target's going to be the length of this pole. And you're going to, go to 75,000. That's when people, you're going to have some type of issue here sideways. And then boom, that next flag likely takes you to 78,500, right? So far, so good. You're in the green. Again, with our third trade here for Bitcoin, 72,400 for BTC. And so far, kind of everything moving exactly as I showed you it would. All right. Yet again, the soothsayer of the charts. Now, let's see. I don't, you never know. And there you go. That thing is gone, right? And now you can really start to move the stop loss below the smooth moving average, because that's a likely place where you can't lose a lot, right? And so it's about not losing. And here now I can only lose $68. That's an amazing, awesome opportunity here. And then here we go. Probably going to be up another 100 soon. All right. And again, I've only been in this trade, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 or 9 minutes. My trades, think about it. When I eventually if I do make $1,000 today and I add up the time, I may have traded for an hour. Now, again, I had to watch price action, compare price action, see what was happening, take advantage of the move, right? And to me, I like to stalk this. This will likely come back to the 21 now after a pump that hard. So I'll move my stop loss very close, and I'll just take whatever they give me, like the $80. That's great, right? I must have made, probably after some fees, probably $68, $70, right? That's okay. But Sam, you said it was going higher. It may go higher, and it probably will. But the idea is to constantly lock in gains every single time. All right. Now the idea too is, and this is what is you can get in right when we cross the 200, and then keep the stop here and just continue to milk the trade. That's what master friends like Sam, you call the bottom every day. He's like, I see that if you had held those trades, they would continue forever. I'm cool with that. I get it. I just see. I know that it's like, how did Sam sell? And then it started, he knew Sam got in and started to turn green on the 1 minute, and then he sold and it turned red immediately. Is this guy is he sick in the head? What is going on here? How do you do this? How does someone, because if I saw you do this, I would think you were either a magician into voodoo, or I just have to chalk it up that I guess people can get, the charts, I guess, are somewhat figured, you can figure them out. I would only assume that somehow, some way, there's a way to figure this out, right? Stochastics got high again. Let them reset. Let the 21 come back. And then I've seen so much that I can project things that maybe haven't even happened yet. And then it gets into quantum theory where you're kind of like building a reality before it happens, and then you want to play the reality that makes the most sense. And this is even deeper than trading, right? It's like another, but anyway, now we're kind of starting to make the move. And you can see it all starts with the divergence, the swing down here, with either a flat or a swing up on the RSI, and that is bullish divergence. Understand? Anyway, let's get back to our analysis here. So we stopped at the 1 hour. The 1 hour looks beautiful. The 4 hour looked like it could flip. This flag looks really, really nice on the 1 hour time frame. We have a support and resistance flip at 71,500. May want to take advantage of that move. All right. I'm going to jump on into my WEEX account here, open up the 1 hour time frame, and I'm going to take advantage of this move on the 1 hour. We had $900 in the account. We doubled it. We want to see if we can double it again. All right, 1,800 to 3,600. Baby steps. One small step at a time. How do you eat an elephant, right? You don't eat one. Elephants are really nice and sweet animals. If I catch you eating an elephant, I don't want to say what I would do, but I'd be probably pretty pissed. All right, one of the nicest animals in the world. How do you eat a very large steak? One bite at a time. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. So hope you're having a good day. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're staying positive. How do you do that? In the face of a world where everything seems so negative, or everyone seems to be spitting at your candle, so to speak, how do you keep your candle lit? Well, you work out every morning, creating endorphins that create a positive energy force inside of your body, inside of your mind. The blood flows. It attracts positive energy. You use that positive energy to attract positive people into your life. You create a network of amazing individuals. Therefore, they build you up. If you are ever down, you build them up when they are down, and you continue to push forward. This is the way it's always been. This is the ancient Greek and, Hermetic ancient philosophies, man. You are the energy. You are the force. You are the creation of the opportunity in your life. Once you believe that, then you have to believe that your energy has to be at its highest. For if you're the one creating that energy and your energy is low, then what's going to happen? Your results are going to be low, right? If you're in control of your life, then your energy better be high, because your energy is attracting what's coming into your life, right? 100%. And then there's like the do good theory of good karma. Like the more we do good for others, the better we feel. So it's almost selfish to be good to other people, because it only betters you in the long run. Makes you healthy, builds you up. Okay. So we'll take this trade on the 1 hour, just 100 for 484. Nothing crazy. If we lose one, it's okay. And we open up a trade here on WEEX. WEEX is the same thing. I can move my stop loss up and down nice and easily. I can move my take profit nice and easily. It's actually even a little smoother. I gotta give it to you. I really like the feel. And that's WEEX. WEEX.com. We have a link to WEEX here if you want to jump on in. All right. It's very simple. No hangups. It's very easy. Hit the link right there. It takes you to the registration.com spot, and you can jump on in. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here, and thank you for kicking it with the lifers. We love you, and we appreciate you. And we thank you for your constant viewership, your support, and your love. All right. So notice I did not get into a long just yet here on the scalp situation. Want to see if we can get a bounce. Honestly, this could do some damage. I am seeing a little bearish divergence. Swing up to swing up, swing down there. That could topple us. We lose the 200. We could drop down. I could very easily lose the $100 on the WEEX trade, right? That's okay. The account's doing well. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Russell Page. Shout out to Demethu Nuwan. Shout out to Lowe's College, Jay Bella, Jojo, Canelo, Wellesley Sharonberg, and everybody out here. Rave Song Records and the love, man. Shout out to Chris De Los Angeles. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris, how did you know? How did you know, Chris? How did you know? Oh, no, oh, no, no, no. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's keep it real, though. Honestly, I don't care what you believe as long as you love others and want to push yourself to the highest level possible. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. All right. All right. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. All right. So we want to see this little bounce here. Is showing bearish div, and it's not amazing. Want to see if the support or resistance flip can kick in. Get a bounce. And consolidate. Hey, Sam, a question, please. Do you think the GAN fan is a good indication of future price action? Still looking at SUI, and if it could hit 15, considering 9-ish is the top of the band. GAN fans are interesting and cool. I use them for years on and off. Honestly, I just go play, one step at a time. Chris De La Angeles, I love you, man, but that's spam, my friend. That's spam. I'm just going to put you on timeout for like 10 minutes. We love you. We appreciate you. We like you, but that's spam. All right? That's definitely spam. All right? We don't want you spam in the chat. All right? You have to have respect for the chat. People are asking questions, attempting to learn, sending in positive vibes. If you spam the chat, we can't do that. So have some love for everybody and respect yourself, right? I always talk about having respect for yourself is how you have respect for others. So make sure you have respect for yourself. You know what I mean? That's all. How you behave really shows how much respect you have for yourself. 100%. When you disrespect others, it is just a shield. It is a mirror that you disrespect yourself regularly too. It shows that that's how you treat yourself. So treat yourself well by treating others well. All right? Do the right thing. I'm not saying you're not doing the right thing. You are. This is not about you right now. I feel weird because I'm taking it from the comment. I'm just saying in general. And I'm even talking to myself. All right? When I say these things, I'm talking to myself. As much as I'm talking to you, I am not above these ideas. I fall short every single day. I learn every single day. I need to better myself every single day. I need to work on myself every single day. All right? I am not perfect just because I'm out here and I get to put a perfect 2 hours out here. You know what I mean? And look perfect. Hit my trades and never swear and act like an angel. We all know that everybody has demons and everybody is fighting them every day. And that's why we pray every single day. And that's why we bring God close to us. And that's why we use gratitude and stay in the present moment. These are how we fight the devil off. All right? The person that scares me the most is not the person that doesn't believe in God. Is the person that doesn't believe in the devil. Right? Hey, Sammy, yesterday I hoped you would look at MICHI on Solana for me, but you had to go for dinner. Can you look at MICHI now, please? I will, because you're a nice guy, and I like you. All right. We looked at DOLAN Duck. Looks like it's bouncing off of the 618 golden pocket. I mean, meme or not, I've seen price action do what it's supposed to do off of the traditional values, and that is the golden pocket. May whip to the 786 DOLAN Duck. I don't have any of it. It doesn't matter to me. We are not. We fight every day. We are all broken. Somebody knows. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I love you, man. Much love and respect. What do you think of ETH 12, 15 this cycle? Insert any reason besides the actual trend. I mean, it looks like 8 to 9K at the very most. I don't see much more than that. I could be wrong. Maybe we go on some huge move. 8, 9, 10K possibly. Funny the cat, 5K. MICHI, someone asked, and we're going to get right back into what we're doing here. Bitcoin holding 72,300. All right. And this is MICHI on Sol with a $191 million market cap. Likely going to be the one that you're discussing here. MICHI on Sol. All right. Man, look at it. LWOLF. Shout out to El Punto Verde. God bless you, my friend. Thank you so much. Tu hablas español, huh? Hey. Yo estudié español para 6 años en la escuela. Yo remorse mucho. Yo no comprendo tú hablando muy rápido, but yo sé muchas palabras. It's not that good though, all right? I make it sound better than it is. Okay? This thing kind of pumped in the last, this thing's been pumping. Let's just be honest. MICHI's been pumping. So your call yesterday might have been spot on too, right? Take a look at it on the daily though. So I put it out. We must have looked at it way back then. That eventually must have played out over time. Well, what I like about MICHI right now is that it's slowly in a giant consolidation. which means it's like gearing up for a bigger move. Like, look at this. It didn't have a huge pump and a nasty dump. It's been just planing. In the last 2 days, it's been getting a lot of love. Once it breaks this resistance, which is a cup and a handle, it's going to gap up. I don't see how not to the all-time high. This thing looks bullish to me. Up to $1 for MICHI. You know, just the technicals alone, it looks bullish to me. Based on just candle bodies alone, support or resistance, I mean, I could put in my other indicators, but this thing looks bullish. Someone just said, I'll buy 2,500 USD of it. Wow. 14 sold, like it's nothing at 34. Looks like you could 3x to $1. It really does. Again, I know nothing about it. It matters nothing to me. I'm looking at just the technicals on MICHI. Yeah, he took 3 years of Spanish easy. You're funny. Love you, Sammy, for technical analysis. Thank you so much. Sam, you're able to look at narrow ETH, please. But no one get it. Yeah, PINO on Sol been pumping. We should just do a meme stream one day where it's just that's all we do is memes the whole day. Right. This guy's like, PINO been bumping. I mean, it's very tiny. I'd be very careful. It does have lock liquidity, though. You want to see this lock symbol here. Very important for me. $2.2 million market cap. Very small. Again, know nothing about the community. Haven't back tested it. PINO. It made it to the show somehow, some way, though, right? You can see memes. This is pumping. A lot of memes seem to be kind of getting a move here. Bitcoin struggling at 72,260. All right. Random. I just looked at one a second ago randomly. Yeah. Someone made a meme. You're funny. That's funny, though. Okay, so the 1 hour looks absolutely beautiful for Bitcoin. We're going to stick to it, right? If the bears decide they can break this support, retest it, be a pretty good short if we find a bear flag here and take that bear flag down to this level of liquidity. So if I see a short and there's a gap of the VRVP, but as long as we stay above 71,005, see no reason to short this market. I really don't. That's just range, you know? And we have a really, look, resistance. I mean, a nice flag. We broke above it. Bounce. We're showing that we can SR flip 71,005. And the stochastics on the 1 hour with a divergence suggest a move. So indicators are, you know, say there could be some gains alike. 15-minute has bounced off the 200 MA. So that's the next thing. Looks like we could be making kind of a right shoulder here too and breaking out. You see that? Look for this. If the 15-minute loses the 200, there could be a short there, right? Down to about 69. So that's where I would short the market if we lose 71.5. And I see some type of bear flag, or we get a candle, you know, maybe two candles, maybe even one 15-minute candle. I would use the 15-minute to short the market. There's scalps, of course, of the smaller time frames, but right now, Bitcoin's moving so clear and concise. The 15-minute is just very clean, and it tells you what's likely going to happen. So the 15-minute is here for us, and it's nice. I like it, and it's telling us, hey, we might come back to the bottom of the pattern. We may make a right shoulder here. Look for a slight pullback. We may tap in, but there's a good odds we break this point of control, we get to this level, and we go to an all-time high. All right? So it's not over here for Bitcoin because we have this previous resistance, which became support at 71,500, and that's really kind of, it's psychological. It's an obvious area. Even if you knew nothing about trading, after a while you'd be like, hey, 71.5, right? So now we're kind of starting to get busy here and form this. And I love having to see so much price action that you can get creative with your projections. You can start seeing things that no one would even consider seeing, and you're so comfortable with it. Like, you're not, to other people it's completely radical. They're like, what is this guy? It's just like, and to you, you're just like right in the pocket, just doing what you're doing. And then you can see the trade way before the trade happens, which is important in trading. Specifically if you're trading against other people, right? And so that other trade's probably in the money now at 72,400, which is great. That'll be the fourth trade you saw me open that is now in the green, that one on WEEX. I like how we back tested below the 200 smooth in the 5, and then we crossed the 21, we took off. Sam, lots of love. Can you check GAU on MEXC. Shout out to Pratik Mita. We love you, Pratik. Thank you for being here. GMA is a play potentially of the cycle. A lot of people do like GME. It's a low cap gem in the gaming verse. Liquidity in a bit of a flag here, getting tight, breaking out. Once liquidity breaks above 98 cents, I see a target at 111 for LQTY liquidity. All right, just something that I was looking at on my own here. GAU USDT, let's take a look at that. Gamer Arena on MEXC. Wow, so it pumped all the way up to the 200 MA only to get rejected. Looks pretty shady. And look how it doesn't have a lot of price action. Whenever the moving average, the candles are very like just kind of all together. Now research this coin. If you really like it and it makes sense to you, by all means. Right now, it's kind of lost trend, right? Like that was a trend line and we clearly lost the trend line. Previous, bounce, you're kind of on a support or near a support here. And you're in a falling wedge that can break to the upside 68% of the time. Could be a possible beautiful buy. I would just be on the safe side. Either you love this coin and you think it's great and you get in pretty early, right? Or, I would safely, if I liked it, but I wanted to play, I'd wait for us to at least break the 200 MA on the daily before I took it seriously, right? It is oversold. It seems like it could be the the next higher low. And if you believe in this project, it could be an amazing price there at about 7 cents. But the fundamentals would have to be behind for me to be able to get into this. I do like where it sits. There's a bit of a kind of a cup and handle here, right? And so it does say, hey, 14 cents could be coming. It's it's a high risk bet on a low cap gem. There you go. Let's take a look at GME now. Similar idea, GME, another gaming. So are we seeing some of these low cap gaming coins? Is Myria going to start to take a move? And remember, we looked at GME yesterday. We put it in a flag. The flag went sideways. We came up, we came down, we came back, and now we're kind of in this. I got to call it a broadening, falling, rising wedge. Let's take a look now. Let's see what sense we can make of this sense. GME. Bitcoin 72,420. Don't laugh. Hey, it is what it is. 69,420% the prophecy. You guys, right? You've seen that. Poly markets too. Trump up like 66% or something. That doesn't say don't stop voting, keep putting the pressure on. And a lot of Democrat, I have some family and friends, but they seem to be kind of cracking psychologically and acting up. I don't know, lashing out at people, being pretty crazy, man. God bless you if you are a Dem. I grew up Democrat my whole life, so I'm 100%. Like, don't think I'm not with you. I voted for, Obama. I have to admit it. Sometimes I don't like to, but I do. And for years, this year I will not. I will be voting for Donald Trump. I've made it very clear, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I just made it clear after he, almost got hit by a bull by a half a shred. It was kind of it for me, and that's when I publicly decided. But again, I don't want to rub it down your throat. I don't want this show to become political. I love you all. At the end, I prayed for all of us just to be calm and awesome, right? And that's really my prayer. That's my hope. That's my desire for the stream. My desire for the stream is you make gains, learning how to trade. All right. Anything else, I don't really like, I do my part and then I'm going to leave this earth. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to push my ideals on you. I'm here to be a good person, but I am someone who stands for something, and I will tell you when I stand for something. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but I respectfully love you regardless, all right, of whatever you believe. God bless, Sam. Could you check out DOD company being categorized as a meme stock? Yeah, we know about that one. Yeah, and I'm garbage, by the way. Yeah, I'm garbage too, by the way. Yeah, I mean, to Joe Biden, I'm garbage. So, I mean, that's how apparently they talk to people. So I'm garbage, man. I'm the garbage in the streets. Says Joe Biden. Anyway, let's move on. GME. I know my worth, and I know I'm not garbage. So it's like, Let's take a look here at the 1 hour and bullish divergence. This thing's pushing to the upside on GME, and it's in a broadening rising wedge. This thing could push to the upside. Your target is 006911. Anyway, God bless everybody here on the live. I appreciate you. I love you, and I care about you no matter what. 72,490 for Bitcoin. The key is the charts. The key is the charts. Now, I would like a bounce back down to about 72,275, right? Let's see if we can kind of start to get tight here. Let me make this a lot bigger for you. But we're looking at kind of, we want to see this turn into a beautiful flag. It may even get more lateral. More vertical. Like, it may be like, I've seen it do something more like this. We don't know exactly how it's going to play out. It can't be much. It can't be that, because that would be too steep. Has to pivot off of this candle up down there, right? But we got to, come back down would be nice. And then that's the next scalp that I'm looking for a move to 73.5. And then today we could possibly break that all-time high. All right. Someone says, how high? I see Casper going no higher than like 37, maybe 50, 60 cents. Everyone says it's $1, $2. I just don't see it. It doesn't look realistic. The way it's moved the last 2 years, it just doesn't look like it's going to do that. You never know, but it doesn't look like it's going to do that. Yeah. I'm more libertarian 100%. I lean libertarian. I just want to see the Constitution be upheld and respected. Like, it's like whatever party decided to do that, I would vote for. That's kind of how I am. 100%. I'm all about the Constitution. I just believe we need to keep that sacred. Everything else to me is kind of like, so I just that's really the basis of my voting. It comes from as close. I want to make sure I'm from Boston. We had the forefathers, Revolutionary War, all that. I want to make sure that I stay true to the roots of Boston that I learned from as a child, right? Paul Revere, one if by land, two if by sea. John Quincy Adams. He went to my high school, Boston Latin. I went to the oldest public high school in the country, started in 1635. All right, as a preparatory school for Harvard, I believe. And it was an all-boys school. It now is a co-ed school. But in some of the greatest people in our country went to that high school. Like, I believe I come from legacy, and I care about this country more than you would ever know. I'm more American than American pie. I'm blonde hair, blue-eyed American, man. My grandfather, I'm truly sure, was born here in Boston in the South End. And my dad was born here. My mother was, so I'm third generation American. All right. My great grandfather came from Ireland, and maybe not all my grandfathers were born in America. A couple of them were in Ireland, but I served for a reason. My mother's father, actually no, both my grandparents were born in America. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, verified. Their parents, so both my great grandparents were born in Ireland, and one, right? But both my so I'm third. I'm both sides. I'm super American. Well is ready to continue its trip to the moon. We'll take a look at Well. Thank you. Altcoins are beginning to wake up, and the ones that are low cap that have had a lot going for them, they're going to continue to do damage. They really are. Well was on Coinbase and really just got lit. We showed it when it first hit Coinbase. And let's just clean this up a little bit. But yeah, I got Well on an alert there. Had you got in, you'd be up a little bit even now. Wow, though, it's really just staying in the zone. Looking pretty lovely. Can even connect these two and start to make it a little smaller there. Thank you for that. You can move the alert over again. Move these over. I like what I'm seeing here. This is beautiful. For Well. And shout out to all the awesome people here that want positivity, love, light in their life. And that's really what it is. And if you push every single day for what you believe in, if you follow your heart, right? Like this YouTube channel, I started it because I wanted to do what I wanted to do, commentary. I wanted to chart. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to share my personality with the world. That's really what it came down to. And I wanted to do it with finance and have fun, right? And so if you follow that was my passion and my dream, and we're here together. So what did you do to follow your passion and your dream? a lot of you are doing crypto because you're passionate and it brought you here. And that's why I really like the stream too, because it's a lot of passionate people. Sam, can you please take a look at Luna C? God bless. Let's take a look at Luna C too. Yeah, Moonwell looks beautiful. I would stick an alert on that. And it looks beautiful. This coin has been one of the hottest coins in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to stay hot. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to stay hot. Well, USD. All right. And let's take a look at Bookmap. Bitcoin struggling to stay above 72,003. You know, bearish scenarios that we get that move back down like I showed you. Liquidity here for Bookmap suggests that we go lower. They got big boys up at 77 and 78,000. So that's, see, 78.5. That's where the next big profit taking is going to take place. They're already starting to build their sell orders. That's 1,000, 1,200, right? They're already putting their orders in. But there's some last minute grabs at around 70,000. All right. Do we go lower? It suggests that we do, right? Right now, the TA, I'm riding the TA, and right now they don't coincide, right? A lot of days they are 100% together. Today they're not. Today my TA says, you know, we could pump, but I do see some weakness in the pump. I am watching it, and, you know, we want to see that we get this movement. So I'm in the middle. I'm flipping more bullish than bearish, obviously. I want to see this go tight, and then I'd like to take this trade. Again, look, I'm going to set up the trade way before the trade. I already know I want to get out at 73,527. If it pumps all the way to the moon after that, so be it. This is just a scalp. I can keep a longer term trade open if I have a problem with that. You know, and that's why I like separating my short term trades with my long term trades. Very important. You got a scalp account, a long term account, or when you're not doing that, I think things can get really hectic. You can turn a long term into a scalp into a long term. You're back and forth. You can't figure it out. And it will give you the ability to do that. And if you shut it down and separate your trading accounts into two different sections, for me, it's really needed. It has to be done. Like without it, there's just a serious problem, you know? Once I did it, it really changed my whole trading style. That's why I like to do long-term trades on the USD pair and short-term trades on the USDT pair. That also separates, and therefore I trade the USD, Bitcoin, you know, and I also trade UST. One is using Bitcoin as, you know, collateral, or basically one isn't. One is using the tether, right? Stop loss would be about 72,090. All right, 72,090. And boom, and make sure your numbers are right there, right? What did I do here? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, where's my order book? Yeah, and things have been going well today, so like, you know, we'll up the ante maybe slightly. And make sure you put the right numbers in. Always double check your work, you know. And so I like this. If this bounces off the bottom trend, now it may drop here and start to dump. So I wait for it to consolidate. I don't have to run in. And once the pattern plays out, then I take the pattern has a probability to it. Once the pattern fills out, it speaks to me. Once it speaks to me, it'll tell me what to do. If it tells me what to do, I'll do it. All right. What's happening? Only 600 likes. Pump the like button. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I'd greatly appreciate it. People just forget. I used to watch videos and forget to hit the like button. It's happened to me. You're really into it. You're watching. You got your stuff open and you just, you know. But I remind everyone, hit that like button if you can, everybody. I know you just forgot. It's a simple mistake. It happens all the time. All right. So look here, we had a bit of a double top here and resistance at 72.5. Right, so now you know we can't get back above 72.5. We have some support at 71.5. We're kind of range bound. All right, and then look, once we lost the trend line and the smooth moving average, now we're going to test the 200 MA on the 1 minute. If we lose that, it's a wrap. And see, that's why I wouldn't take this trade until the chart told me to. Right, it would have to go in there. Anyone that jumped the gun too early, I mean, there was an aggressive entry right there, but that's why it's called an aggressive entry. Because there's a chance it just doesn't fly. At this point, you zoom out and you look at bigger time frames. This makes sense too. The 15-minute hit the top of the trend line. The stochastics were overbought, right? And we hit a point of control. And we had a topping out right there too. I feel like there was a bug in my eye or something. It was so weird. I felt like something was moving in my eye. I know you guys think I'm crazy, right? That was so crazy. Creepy, man. creepy stuff. There's bugs all over in Florida, man. Tiny ones, little ones. They're like minuscule. Can't even, they're like, you can see them moving around. Like, it's so creepy how many little bugs there are out here. They're all over me all the time. I'm convinced of it at this point. So yeah, remember we were looking for this right shoulder, this dippage. We don't, and I said, remember, we're going to short if we get the candle to close below this level, right? And we would go to there and to there, right? Until then, like, this is likely just a pullback bounce, stay inside the flag, and then boom. I'm looking at this like inverted head and shoulder that's going to look a little messy, but you can see it. Oh my gosh, Sam, there's tiny gnats or fruit flies or wherever they are in my base here in Pensacola. It's crazy, right? Trump endorses the, and yeah. 100%. I'll be honest, I don't think any candidate is 100%. I'm with you guys. Like some of the criticisms that I just read, I have the same criticisms. You know what I mean? You know, I don't want to see men and women's sports hurting women. You know what I mean? That to me is really, really like, you know, and I really want to see the border secure, man. Those are the two biggest things for me at the end of the day. And I'm into crypto. Those are enough. Those three things are enough for me. You know, to plant my position. But again, I'm open to everybody's ideals, and it's all about really you progressing your life to the highest ability. All right. I don't care what you do, what you're doing. I'm here to help you find your best life. I'm here to put yourself, you know, I'm going after my best life. They say if you want to be successful, go after people who are successful. They say if you want to learn something, hang out with the people doing what you want to learn. I think most people here are learning or in the way or on their way to being the most successful person they can become. Everyone here is chasing success or attracting success. I like that better. Success isn't something you chase. It's what you become. It's what you attract by becoming the person you desire to be, right? You plan out, and you know, how do you change? If you don't have the education, you got, you know, so you get education to change. Everyone wants to change. How do I change? I only make 60 grand a year, 40 grand a year, 30 grand a year. I want to make 100. Well, you got to change your education. Like say you worked at, you know, you're a driver, you know, you drive Uber, or just say someone making big money doing it. But say you're like a store, you know, your friend gives you a job as a cashier and you do it for a few years and you're a smart person, but you just get lazy and you're the cashier and you get used to it. Go home, you know, learn how to do video editing. And then you could post like a reel online, and then you could start to get, you know, video editing work on Fiverr. And you could be doing that at home on the side instead of watching random videos, right? Next thing you know, you make more money video editing. You don't do the cashier stuff anymore. People bring you places. You got to go to the shoot to see it. You might get flown. You never know how. And then when you follow your passion, things really cool start to happen. You meet passionate people that are following their passion too, and your life really opens up. Like when I was working, I was at a cubicle, and most people weren't following their passion at my job. I'm being honest. They were all people who were going to work. Some people were. They were using the job to make money, and you'd find them out, and you'd talk amongst each other and be like, yeah, let's meet after work, and you'd meet the vibers, the people that were willing to find that next move. But a lot of people just wanted to go back to work. I didn't. I always wanted to find a way out. I was always asking everyone, like, why don't we start our own company? Why can't we do this? Like, I was the worst employee to have because I was always thinking how I can get out, do something different, and make my own way. I knew every day that I went to someone else's dream, I wasn't working on my own. I knew every single day, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to grind, or at least grind with someone that I really wanted to grind with. You know, I would have loved to have been like, you know, to shadow an entrepreneur for like 5 to 10 years to learn what he does, or be, you know what I mean? That would have been like in my 20s. Anyway, as I told you, we're looking for the shoulder, head, right shoulder. We've talked about it many times. Okay. There is even a little level of support of resistance here, resistance that may hold us at 71.8. So far, it looks like it may. We're getting somewhat of a bounce here. Like they tried to draw us into liquidity, and they didn't get too far. We had a liquidation event right there, and we did get into the red. And there is more red lower that could take us lower. It says we go to 70,000. This says we get a $2,000 drop right now. And it kind of makes sense. This would round its, you know, you could look at it this way. It's just kind of a shoulder, a head, and like, you know, it's got that rounded nature to it. And that's why it's oh so important we do break above key level. Like you got to break above key levels. So if we do close a 15-minute candle below the 200 MA, and you can look for a bear flag on the 1 minute to the 7, and that's likely going to take us further to the downside. It's just very, very likely. Okay, super chat. DJT, LUNC, Grass, LWOLF, AVAX, and Doge. We'll get to all the super chats. We're going to jump on into those. We just got to tackle Bitcoin too, as it kind of, want to make sure people put people at ease as they run into the stream. They really want to see what's happening to Bitcoin. And so we kind of bounce back and forth between Bitcoin and the altcoins throughout the day here on the channel. Doesn't mean we forgot about your super chat. Doesn't mean we're going to, we have someone right here. Look, they post them all. DJT, LUNC, Grass, LWOLF, AVAX, and Doge. And let me begin to run through those right now. And what I also like to do is spotlight the fan funding and the beautiful people here. So we have Cry Pot King. Good morning, Sam. Can we look at Grass? We got you, baby. First, Master Friend got sniped. We got Power Girl for life. Hey, Sam, question, please. Do you think the GAN fan is a good indication of future price? And I haven't backtested it enough over time on multiple assets to give you a proper answer. Mine looking at LWOLF. Well, then take a look at LWOLF. I like that coin. Sam, lots of love. Can you check Gal? We did look at Gal. Pratik, thank you. God bless you, Sam. Can you check DJT? We'll take a look at that. And bless your whole family. Can we check AVAX? Thank you, Paul Wood. Thank you for everyone who gives blessings before the asks. It's very nice of you. Can we look at Doge, please? Bless you, Sam. Thank you, Arthur. Hey, Sam, can we please take a look at Luna C? God bless. Wow, everyone said God bless and then asked about it. Wow. What a nice group of people, man. Unbelievable. Like, that many people blessed me today right here on this channel. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Arthur. Paul Wood, the official Gem Class Hero podcast. Patik, El Punto Verde, Paragirl for Life, Master Friend, and Crypot King. All of you, when you give, so much comes. Sam, what's the best leverage fees on WEEX? I believe it's like 0.03, right? And then nothing on spot as well, right? 0%. So I like what I'm seeing so far. The flag looks good. I played this flag on the 1 hour. All right, I gave you guys the trade already. Possibly could even add to the trade if like maybe risk 200 for 1,000. A good chance this flag could play out. Good chance it could dump, and I showed you exactly what to do if it dumps. The 15-minute will lose the 200. You'll know. Smaller time frames will begin to break down. The 1 minute will lose the 200. Right now we're playing with it where we're back above the 200. A known signal. We're getting it right there. Boom, right? And that brings me back to the perpetual. Again, the 21 crossing the smooth, not the best, never like seeing anything crossing a bigger one, but when you get above the 200, there's usually a pump. I wouldn't be surprised if this just gets lit. It's a little messy. I'd like it to kind of find its way, turn into a right shoulder here. That makes more sense to me. I should be closer to the mic, I guess. That makes more sense to me. And I'd be looking for this. All right. 72,000 holding beautifully, though. You got to love that right now for Bitcoin. So things a little flat on this Wednesday. After all that massive liquidity movement the last couple of days, you'd think things would, We had non-farm. Let's take a look at how that data came out. It wasn't a big deal. Didn't seem to rock the market too much. However, it did. It was information. So let's take a look here. And you'd be like, "What the heck is the day over here?" Right? The 30th, man. Tomorrow is Halloween, and that's our monthly candle close too. All right, we'll get that in. I probably come in a little late, but the kids are in bed by 8:39 anyway. Even on a crazy night like that, we put them to bed. We don't let them run around. I know some people, their kids are up till 8, 10, 11 at night. We don't do that here. No. We don't do that here. So U.S. pending home sales, 7.4%. Forecast was 1.9. So up huge compared to what they thought it was going to be, which to me is, I don't know, it seems like botched data. Let's see after the election how the data really looks, because that seems a little strange to bounce that fast. Advanced GDP 2.8, forecast was 3. Previous was 3. Right, so a little lower quarter over quarter, not the greatest sign. And non-farm employment change forecast at 133, 233, right? So up. That's not unemployment, that's employment. So that's a good sign. All right, for the economy. Some little pullbacks in the bigger broad things, but big signs in the short term. That's bullish. That's just overall bullish. All right. Bitcoin struggling, 71,800 now. Look, the 1 minute loss to 200 and the point of control. A lot of times when you lose a point of control and the 200 MA, you get a nasty dump to the downside. there's some bearish div here. This could be the beginning of a bigger dump. All right. But Sam, you're bullish or bearish? No, I'm whatever the market tells me I need to be at the time. All right. This could have bounced, made a beautiful flag, and then same scenario here, right? Again, that's why I'm on the bigger time frames. I'm staying off the 1 minute right now. There's too much leverage, too many people they need to clean up. Again, BOOKMAP says we go lower, and it's been spot on. It says it's taken us down to 70,000, and that's where it wants to take us. That's where it says we're going. That's where it says what's happening. And so far, it's been spot on. It may be 100% spot on again. Risky is to open a short right now. Stop loss above 72,005, right? I mean, why not? You take that psychological, we did lose. That's resistance at 72.5. And see how much further the short can go, right? So let me see. I'm just not a huge fan of shorting the market, like right near an all-time high. It's just not my thing. But I mean, it's rounding. You're going to lose the smooth moving average in a second there. We know what happens then. And now we're below the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. Stop loss right above the 200, and you can just see how long you can take this. Next big liquidity zone on the VRVP is right here, 69.7, 68, and BOOKMAP suggests you go to 70,000, right? Would only be like a 2.5 risk reward ratio. But once you lose that smooth on the 1 minute, that's also pretty bearish. And remember, I'm only risking $100 on the other trades. It's really not a big deal either. And it's going to take a couple days for us to really get into the zone here for BTC. And we haven't lost the trend line yet. The 15-minute has not lost the 200 MA yet. But the beginnings of that sign are happening on the smaller time frames. And BOOKMAP says 70K, man. It says it wants to bring us right down here. It wants to dump us down to 70,000 and take us through this gap. We will break the 200 MA on the 7-minute. Really, we lost. Rejection there. 10-minute lost the 200, pointing down on the stochastics. 15-minute pointing down on the stochastics. So yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing to put a hedge short here. Not my style. I don't believe I'll do it, but that's likely. Do you like WEEX exchange for U.S. trading? It's the best as far as I'm concerned. Yes. Hey Sam, what's the best leverage fees? Oh wait, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's get back into the chat here, into the live chat too, not the top chat. Can you take a look at Turbo, please? Hold on, I gotta finish these super chats over here. Jimmy Void, is that you, man? We love you, man. We love you too, Jimmy. Thank you, brother. Jimmy Void. His name is Crypto Liver. Yeah. Good to see you, Gary. You're funny. Gary C. Good morning, Billy. Glad to hear from you. You are the GOAT. Amen. So what type of pizza do you like? I like cheese pizza, man. I like margarita pizza though. All right. So I'm trying to see where the super chats are, team. I don't get to go far back as you guys can for whatever reason. The chat doesn't I can't seem. So I need those super chats posted one more time if possible. Thank you so much. Look how fast. I mean, that's like, how'd you do that fast? Like, I thought there was a delay. Unbelievable. All right, let's take a look at it here. First thing we have is DJT. Last time I saw this thing was in the dumps, right? Now this is a stock too, right? Trump Media Corp. It bounced off the bottom though nicely at 13. Wow, all the way to 53. Did a 3x fast. Look at that, dude. And actually, I mean, someone asked me about it, and we did show you, I guess I must have gone over like this. I think Moon. See, last time it was down here, September 30th. In 1 month, it did a 3x. Wow. And look at that beautiful bottom there, too. I mean, that's a giant cup and handle. A little bit of wickage in the middle that was strange, but bang. And again, do the same thing. Flag out the 4 hour. Wait for the 21 to touch, and this thing looks like BTC, man. 21 comes in, it's going to moon. Next target for DJT is $102, and it says it could get there by November 20th. The way they print money, stocks are going to fly. Golden cross coming on the 4 hour time frame, which is the 50-day moving average, crossing the 200. Very bullish signs. I see a big move for this. And again, whether you're, I'm not even, it doesn't have to be anything to do with Donald Trump. It's just the technical analysis looks beautiful. If this is the Biden coin, I'd have to say the same thing. It wouldn't matter to me. I'd just tell you the truth, right? Nice bounce to 71,900 for Bitcoin. See if we can stay away from this lower level liquidity and turn that flag on the 1 hour, and Sammy can get a nice new pair of shoes. Baby daddy needs a new Cadillac. All right. Let's take a look at LUNC, right? LUNC. Terror Classic. As funny as this moves when the market starts to move again. Look at the daily, about to breach the 200 MA. When you breach the 200 MA, a big move comes. I wouldn't be surprised if once this breaks the 200 MA, a big move comes. This looks very likely. Why? Multiple higher lows in a row. Nice upward trajectory. Hit resistance, came back to support, held it nicely. Created that resistance there. Once it breaks that, I don't see how it doesn't plow. Yeah, and then your next bigger level of liquidity up there. This makes a lot of sense to me. And it's above the 200 MA on the daily time frame. So it's only a matter of time. It could come back into the bottom of the channel. That would be a perfect buy zone. One more time. I see LUNC breaking out. I really do. The technicals say that LUNC is going to break out hard. That's what the technical analysis says. I could be 100% wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I want to make that very clear. It's getting too tight. Yeah, getting too tight in the triangle. Once they break above the 200, they stay above it for a longer period of time. Okay? That's going to be the bigger move. They're going to blast through that 200 and break out on a longer move, right? So I don't want to be looking in the wrong place. It kind of throws you off a little bit. Shout out to the 1,914 people here on the live. $40 in chat revenue. Thank you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. And if anyone's going to figure out where Bitcoin's going, I'm telling you, it's going to be me. I'm so confident in the way I look at price action. And I've backtested it a bunch, my system on multiple assets throughout the world. Thousands of assets from Walmart to Bitcoin to Tesla, you name it, Forex, all the altcoins, meme coins. I go over so many coins every single day, as you can see with the super chats. We're fluid with the TA. You could backtest a lot of what I say. I'm not saying every single thing I say plays out, but a lot of this technical analysis, and forget me, take the I out of it, and me, I know. It's about you. It's about the technical analysis. I'm just the guy giving it to you. All right. Let's take a look at LWOLF here, USDT, and break it down. I hope you're having a really good time learning. I want to be around people that love learning and want to change their lives. If that's you, I want to be around you. All right. I want to change my life with you. I want to have a great time with you. I like people that are positive. I like people that believe in big things happening to them. I like people that are chasing a bigger purpose, bigger than themselves, universal ideas, right? Align yourself with something bigger than yourself and you will be amazed at the results. Unbelievable. Like, if other people's results are your results, you'll be amazed at the results. I'm just telling you. So remember, we call that Adam and Eve double bottom. We called it this little flag that broke out. We got a crazy sell-off out of nowhere, which was kind of weird. Then we broke back inside the pattern. To me, it was a breakout, break back inside. I just want to see it continuously get tight. Now, could it continue to fly right here? It may. Maybe it pumps up from now. But, interesting. And a bit of a flag here, too. So let me just rethink it slightly. So Chance, this was it. This was the trend. We lost it. We retested it, but we got back inside. So I guess you have to say we're kind of in this now. As weird as it is, I like this. And then we have this flag on the 4 hour about to come to the 21. And the stochastics are bending a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if LWOLF goes a little sideways and takes off. In the back of your mind, you could assume that maybe LWOLF will do this and come down. But right now, I'm going with this weird, wacky idea because it's above the 200 on the 4 hour. Yeah. Let me look at it on the 22. It's in a nice uptrend, and the moving averages are coiling up. It suggests that a move is coming. It is weird I have to cut this move off, and it is what it is. But to me, that's the trend. It lost it, got it back in a flag. I could see this thing do damage. And then the bigger move is the length of this pole. Yeah, and it puts LWOLF at that target I keep hitting and talking about at 16,3614. That puts LWOLF in the gain up about 90% for LWOLF, all right? And these are the days, man. These are the days. Morning, brother. Any thoughts on WOJAK? Shout out to Ivan Roke. God bless you, Ivan, man. We love you. We love you. Bitcoin 72,060. Back in action here. And don't give up on BTC. All right. That's why I still got a long open. I didn't judge. I didn't mess with that long. All right. I still got the long open. Down 18 right now. No big deal. All right. And we traded the 1 hour time frame. The stop loss was at 71,496, right? The take profits at 78,830, right? It's a big boy. It'll go to the up, you know, we want to see it go all the way, baby. Okay. Let's look at Grass, LWOLF, AVAX, and Doge. So we have Grass, AVAX, and Doge. And there's the bounce of the 15-minute. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Can we get that move? That's what we were looking for. So far, so good from the projection of quantum theory. Like, it's quantum. Like, we wanted to see it. It happened the way we saw it. If we didn't see it that way, would it have happened that way? I don't know. That's what's so interesting about it all. Remember, everyone got Grass for free. A lot of people. Sounds funny, right? So it got, you know, so it came up hard and then it kind of sold off, but it seemed to find a bottom there at 79. Get a bit of a bounce. There's really not a lot of information on it. Technically, right? You did break out of a falling wedge. Moving averages are tight. You get rejected by the 200 MA on the 7. And then you have previous support as resistance, right? Now look at this beautiful flag here on the 7-minute time frame. Up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Breakout, bounce. And head all the way to this key level at 112. 98. 86. 79, right? So you'd be looking for this flag. You know, that's what I would be looking for. And if you miss it, if it doesn't make the flag and it just does whatever it wants, if it breaks above the 7-minute 200 MA, there's a good chance you could ride that, right? So once it clears the 200 here, boom. And next stop is back to that high at 112, and then we'll go from there for Grass. But that looks very likely to me, all right? That's what I see likely happening. Who knows, but that's what I see likely happening. And let's take a look at AVAX and Doge now. AVAX been struggling, right? In the low 20s. You know, you thought it would kind of get that pump, but then, back to 26 again. I think there's better out. I like AVAX. I guess it could, I believe it could 10x to 260. I don't see why it can't. I don't know. I believe it's going to be a slow road. There's better projects on AVAX itself, which you could make far more money. So if you believe in AVAX, it's like, then I just got Beam, Beam, the gaming coin on. So I believe I'll do better than just holding AVAX. And I could be wrong. That's my speculative idea, but that's me, right? And then I spread that. Like if I was going to buy AVAX, I bought Mavia and Miria. Like I'd rather buy these little gaming coins that have a bigger potential I'm holding control, and what it will do is it'll let me just copy these. It's really nice. Then they're all labeled. But yeah, I see AVAX bouncing off the bottom. That's probably your lowest low you can buy AVAX for a long time. I'm going to go on a limb here for my channel, for my life. I'm going to say that's it. Like, I don't see AVAX getting any cheaper for you. That's it. All right. But again, I could be wrong. Maybe there's a black swan, but highly likely. I mean, I don't know. What if Bitcoin dumps, though, and we come down here to 19, you know? If Bitcoin pops, holds this zone at 72, AVAX could go sideways, right? It tells me this area, fine. Anywhere between 19 and 26, I believe, will be the lowest prices you can ever get AVAX again, before it does make a move somewhere into the 180 and eventually to $260. Mark me on it. You know, quote me on this. Keep this, you know, bookmark and clip it. You know, save it on OBS if you have to. Whatever you got to do. And then put a label. Sam telling me about AVAX. Write the lows and the highs on the title. Save it on your computer. Come back to it and put comeback moments. Come back to it in a couple years, see if I was correct or not. And then if yes, be like, man, maybe I'd like to stick with this guy for life, you know, as a trading group. But I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just pointing out those ideas, right? So they didn't want to give up the smooth. On the 5 minute, you see that? Okay, and then a move all the way up there to about 73,568, right? I mean, that's what we'd like to see. There's a low, there's a lower high, but a higher low. Can we put in the tightness? Can we continue the rush of higher, you know? Doesn't look amazing. We're below the 200 MA on the 5. It's bearish, right? But I'm just showing you what I'm seeing now. And this pattern actually ended up breaking out. The one, it was like a 4-minute giant, you know. Again, Bookmap says 70K, that's it. It doesn't want to wait. It just says it's going to rush us all the way to 70,000. Highly likely that it happens. No guarantees that it does, but likely. All right. GLE is the right way to spell. Let's take a look at the next super chat here as we're rolling through. We got to look at Doge. Dogecoin. Let's take a look here at Doge. Who here likes Doge? Who's a Doge fan? Who owns some Doge? Who owned Doge once in their life? I used to own a little Doge. I don't anymore. But there 'twas a time. So look, I looked at Doge, made this flag, then I made this flag like I always do, just like the one I just made for you. Said Doge was going to 18. We went to a high of 17. And Doge bounced off of 10. I mean, Doge did well. Doge did well. Talks of Doge, SpaceX, you know, Twitter, just... And that was simple, right? Golden cross coming, Doge in a flag, bang. So now what for Doge? Well, be honest, you're too far from the 21-day moving average. It suggested there has to be some type of pullback. That was a great move. It kind of got us, everyone to kind of wake up and realize, like, yeah, you know, it's sad. Retail is going to miss out on some of the best prices. But I guess that's why we're actually still that low. Remember this. Almost all these altcoins made this Adam and Eve double bottom with this little flag at the end. 200 MA and the point of control. If you're going to remember those 4 things, over time, it's a repetitive process. So look, this tells me that we're going to likely come back. So I would pull a Fibonacci here. How did I do it so fast? Hit Alt F or Option F on your Macintosh, Alt F on your PC. It's going to give you the quick shortcut to the fib. I'm going to pull from here to there, which is from this wick to that wick, and it's going to give me my extensions. It says we can come somewhere to the 0.5, 0.618 and likely retrace on Doge. This would be a healthy retracement for a bigger move further to the upside. You don't want to see things go further all the way. You want to see them make a move, go lateral, or you know, reset, make a move, go lateral, reset. And so you want to have Doge calling that 21 MA closer to it before it can get that bigger move. Like we showed you the daily did for Bitcoin, like we showed you many, many times on many other assets around the world. About the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21. My strategy is all about coming back to the 21-day moving average over and over and over again. All right. When is Pepe gonna pump RC more? Let's take a look at Pepe. Honestly, trading is just like life. You set the parameters, but you never know when the parameters will be met, right? You have to have faith that they will be met. It's, you know, it's funny. Detachment theory is to be detached from how you have manifested what will happen. For instance, let's just say there's a man named Bob. Bob manifests that he's going to live in a 10-bedroom mansion, right, overlooking the water. He manifested so much, and he can't just sit there and dream. Bob sits in his house and does nothing. Does he end up there? No, it doesn't just fall. And what he starts researching is billionaires and people that live in homes like that. He finds out what type of businesses they own, and he starts a business similar to that, all right? From there, he begins to grow, all right? And slowly he gets into that house over time, and he thinks of what house he wants to be in. He believes he can be in that house. He dreams of those homes. People tell him he's crazy. People tell him he's just a middle-class guy. He's not meant to live like that. He doesn't believe that. He doesn't listen to that. He has high standards for himself no matter what the world thinks of him. His belief is bigger. His belief is huge. His belief is a large belief, right? So his manifestation will get him here over time. It'll push him past mental barriers most people can't get through. He'll be able to see issues and solve problems where most people get stumped, because his creative energy is backed by his desire for greatness. And that's just only going to push him higher every single day, right? And his greatness is backed by his manifestation, his desire for more, his ability to dream big and to see things bigger than they are, all right? Now, detachment theory is this, all right? As Bob is working towards living, and let's just say he wants to give to the poor. He doesn't just want to be some rich, you know, but he sees this beautiful home. And he wants to, maybe he's a trading group guy, and he'd like to be able to bring maybe 8 or 9 people to his beautiful home every couple of months and have these really nice trading events. And to do that, he needs like a 10,000 square foot home. He needs a home for space. So he dreams of having these type of inclusive events at his house. He dreams of all these things, and he dreams of having a very large home, this guy, Bob. You know, and I just want to talk about detachment theory, and then we're going to get back into the charts. This is really important. So what Bob does his whole life, he's had a problem getting places. Why? Because he always thinks of what he doesn't have, and he thinks of how he's not there yet, and he thinks of the timing. It's not happening when he wants it to happen. When things don't happen when he wants them to happen, he gets very frustrated. This lowers his frequency and lowers his ability to bring and manifest what he does want and truly desire into his life. So detachment theory tells itself that we have to just sit back and relax and realize that it's going to happen. If we're doing the right things, if we're hanging out, like if we're working out every day, we're going to look good. We're going to be healthy. You know, you don't have to sit there, why don't I look good yet? Why don't I look good yet? And then like, yeah, you know, it's not working for me. Get frustrated and then lose the energy to work out. You know, that's a very small example and kind of like far-fetched, but it's an idea that shows you what I'm talking about. So if you're detached, you just kind of believe that. So Bob's so detached, he believes that somehow, some way, he's going to end up in that 10-bedroom mansion overlooking the water. It's just going to happen to him. He doesn't know exactly how and he doesn't know exactly when. Now, a year or two goes by. His businesses have gone better. Things have gone well. He still doesn't have enough for those mansions. He can't make it there yet. And he gets frustrated. The second he does that, he's not grateful for what he does have. He loses the present moment, his ability to create, his ability to move, and he goes back to his old habit that he used to have of being in low frequency. So by being detached, we're able to be in the highest frequency. Therefore, we're able to bend time and space towards our directive. All right, what the Freemasonry 33rd degree is, it's about using your mind to bend time and space. Meaning, say you want something in your life in the future. You act like you already have it. If you act like you already have it, somehow the universe will contrive to bring it to you faster than you had it before. Now, if you think about lacking and you get frustrated all the time, that energy will disperse and you will not be able to bend time and space towards you. The very rich people are able to actually bend the future towards themselves through the 33rd degree. What they're doing is detachment theory. They do this all the time to the point where they're good at it in their minds. Their mind actually becomes a sword. I'm trying to teach you this stuff. And at first it sounds like imaginary. If it's imaginary to you, you're never going to be good at it. It's like if someone told you hitting a basketball shot from a 3-point range is imaginary. No one does that. Then you would never practice it and you could never be good at it. I'm giving you things that will change your life forever. I'm actually giving some of the greatest gems I've ever given to how successful people are truly successful. It's not their money. It's their mind. They also take action. They take action very quickly. When they see something, they take action. They make a move. They go for it. They don't wait for life to happen. They make life happen. They don't wait for the position that they want in life. They make the position that they dream about in life. This is important, all right? If you want to get to the highest levels, if you want to push past mediocrity, this is where you need to be. A lot of people will tune out. A lot of people don't want to hear this. A lot of people kind of, because they're not ready to manifest at the highest level possible. If you're ready to manifest at the highest level possible, this is where you want to be. If you just tuned out of this show right now, you're the person that's not at that level yet. And this this frustrates you. You just want to look at charts and coins and you're like, I don't get it. But I'm giving you the key to life. After you make this money, you're going to make tons of money. If it's going to happen, Pepe, all this stuff is going to break out. Your mind is far more important. All right? Your mind is far more important. So Pepe looks tight to me. Once it gets above the 200 MA, I believe this is one of the last beautiful buy zones for Pepe. If Bitcoin does take this dump down to 70,000, it's going to take these altcoins down probably one last time. One last chance. All right? Hit me, baby, one more time. That's what she said, right? Britney Spears. Okay? I see a move for Pepe, and I see it not too long from now. This is still here. It's a 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You could shave it up and possibly make it a 6-to-1. I'm still bullish on this idea here for Pepe. Higher lows, make a higher high, and this thing's done. Shout out to the channel sponsor, I Trust Capital. Buy and sell crypto, gold, and silver with your IRA. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, TON, and anything else in the game. They even just added Sui, Near Protocol, Pepe, and more. You can buy and sell inside of their tax-free until you take it out when you're 59 years old, or you can defer at the beginning. It depends on how you want to play it, but the idea is, or not defer at the beginning. It depends on how you want to play it, but that's up to you and your advisor. But go to go to I Trust Capital, hit the QR code in the far right corner or the link below to find out more. Shout out to anyone that has done that with my link. I greatly appreciate it. Chainlink up from $10 to $12 in the last few weeks too as well. I like seeing Chainlink. $72,000 Bitcoin back in the game here, right? And you can see we're kind of back above the 200 MA on that 1 minute. We're doing our thing. The Bears usually have far more follow through. I can see a lack of follow through here for the Bears, telling me that we may get that flip. If anyone will see it, we will. It'll take time. One step at a time, one moment at a time. Let's look at SHIB and WOJAK. Somebody asked about here. VISTA and one I can't say at the moment. Let's take a look here at SHIB. Shibana Inu. Shibi Unu. I like SHIB. SHIB looks just like Pepe. And I see SHIB just kind of doing its thing, getting tight. I have an alert on it. Only a mat at a time. 1, 2, 3. That was probably the lowest you'll ever see SHIB is 1640. It's on its way up 49%. I'm bullish on SHIB. Here's the setup for SHIB. You do you. But I see SHIB staying inside this flag before it eventually breaks out huge to the upside. It's also got this nice trend line that it's supporting, which it looks like it will continue to support. And it's got this shoulder kind of head, right shoulder divide. It's got that rounded bottom. And once it breaks the daily 200 MA, it is gone yet again. They all look the same, these memes. One more dip for Bitcoin to 70K could bring these down right one more time, or Wick and bring them back inside. Then they crack the daily 200 because it's lower. Then they're gone and they fly to the upside. Last time we did that was right around here. SHIB is basically in this similar idea, toying with the 200 MA. It was right below it in a flag here, right below it in a flag here. This is usually the movement. You get the spike up, then you get the flag back on, then you get the bigger push, bigger flag, and then you're gone. 72,060 for Bitcoin. I like it, and I like it a lot. You think this would have flipped green by now? What was my entry there? 72,309. And this looks bullish. I mean, the 1 hour fighting off the Bears, showing signs of life here. Let's take a look at WOJAK. WOJAK, these are all memes. Memes are waking up. They're looking interesting. They had that initial bigger pump in the last few weeks. They could continue to, this was huge, right? September, we had a little meme season here. And WOJAK, only thing I don't like, a shoulder head, kind of right shoulder. You see that? Daily somewhat rolling over. In a bit of a flag, but it's kind of that Adam and Eve, but it really wasn't perfect though. See, the 2 day still needs to come back down again. It looks like you could retest that 197 area. It's like, it's in a broadening falling wedge, Wouldn't be surprised if it came down, maybe double bottomed here and bounced on out. You're looking for one last dip, like I said. These two areas, but it looks overall bullish, you know. But right now, look at that 12-hour wants to pull back. Those I would watch your 12-hour stochastics. Let them pull back. Looks like WOJAK may want to come back down to 177. 72,100. They could either be inducing the shorts now or inducing the longs. Only time will tell. What a messy, 1 minute time frame here. But back above the 200 MA. And so you're telling me there's a bounce. Every time we break a 200, I mean, I get excited like it's worth it. Because it's such a good place to keep a stop. That's how this trade, that's how this, I believe that was right there when we started the stream. Yeah, right there at 22. Would that be 10 o'clock? Yeah. Yeah, to 24. Oh no, maybe it was right there. I don't know exactly. I don't want to be like, yeah, but when the show began on the 1 minute, yeah, it would be 22, right around there. Yeah. And you got coverage too. You got a point of control now. You got a lot of stuff here. So I'm taking a scalp. We can get back to 572 now. Stop at 71,922. Oh, we're up. Yeah, we pumped hard since I said it. Above the smooth moving average too. It's tough. It's not like I miss my risk reward ratio. Just if it moves even just by a little bit, I'd have to push it to 72.8. I believe we can get higher. 875. And I just took another long here because it's just very likely every time we get above the 200, I make some money. So it's just a simple thing that I do over and over again. I don't put a lot of thought into it. There's not any emotions involved. I just do it. I come back to gains many times and then I take the gains and walk away. It's just a simple process. And that's the very similar to detachment theory. You become better at trading when you become detached. It's weird. When you don't think about the trade or stress the trade usually goes pretty well. When you fumble and mumble and think about the trade every 5 seconds and keep coming into it, looking at it, usually sell early, do something silly, or maybe even sell at a loss, right? So just take a breather, right? One step at a time, and don't over risk. You know, right now, the most money I'm in right now, if we dump hard, is 200. And if we dump that hard and we lose, there's a good chance I can pick up back on a short, probably make 500 on it if we get a really good move. And so even if I lose the 200, I could still flip it into a green. And even if I lose these two 200s, I'm still up on the day. Remember that from my previous trades that are already made. So it's all together, right? It's all one. It's all one. Looking for this flag to continue, better entry right now even than one I made earlier. We're going to test. And the 1 minute stochastics need a reset now. Let them reset without losing the 200. If we lose the 200, this was a wrap. It's all about how I use the stochastics. It's not just the moving averages. It's the moving average and the stochastics RSI. It's a little high for me to enter there. I was a little advantageous over the 200. Okay, Vista and something else. Ether Vista. Wow. In the last 2 days just went on a massive rally, right? What is it? What does it do? Vista. Very small market cap, 36 mil. Wow. And it's $36. A native currency Ether Vista DEX with a cap supply of 1 million tokens. Wow. Value compounding deflationary. I mean, only 1 million tokens. Mechanics are as a hedge against inflation by tying activity to support reduction in price floor. with every transaction. I mean, it's like too good to be true, right? That's amazing. 1 million coins, and it's been doing what it's supposed to be doing ever since. I mean, dang, man. Just 5 days ago, 3 days ago, this thing was $7, and it ripped all the way, what, to 37? Dang, a 5x. So at this point, I mean, people who got in early are up huge. So, and you see it does correct. Little pump, little correction. Bigger pump, bigger correction. Bigger pump, bigger correction, right? I like what I see here. I might jump in the next bigger correction. I'll throw a Fibonacci on this and wait for it to come back down somewhere to that $25 level. All right. Mystic Flowers, my gift to the lifers. We love you. NQ is the ticker. 5 minute, please. 5 minute time frame. NQZ. NQZ 2024. That's the NASDAQ CME futures. Yeah. You don't even need, yeah. So I just put in NQ, right? Yeah, that's the E-mini futures, man. Yeah. This thing's about to rip. You can clearly see the NASDAQ is about to explode. I see a 20% gain coming out of the NASDAQ in the next year, right? Even in the next couple of months, it looks like the whole market's going to rip. After that, it looks like January, February, December, we could get a nasty pullback, because if we pump that hard, you'd hope it could be extended a little bit into, you know, but even if you extend it a lot, it says by December. So it says that, you know, the TAs just really can't escape it. Very tight. If you flip this upside down, we'd be dumping. I see a move for the NASDAQ to the upside at 24,398, and it coming pretty fast from now. VISTA on EDEX version of Pump Fun. Thank you. Appreciate that. That thing is going crazy then. Yeah, that's why it's so hot. And I apologize for not getting that early, man. I'm like, dang, you know, it might have popped up on our tokenmetrics call, but so NQ goes all the way up there, 24. I see the NQ blasting. I really do. All right. Let's take a look at Core Dow. $11.59. How do we do it again? I don't even know how. We did make gains live on the stream, though, in front of you. You guys saw it happen every single day, baby. We got a nice pump. We've had a good stream. It's been a crazy stream. Like, my energy was insane at the beginning, right? I told my wife I give a lot of energy at the beginning, and it just paused. Didn't sound right. When I'm telling her about the show, not about, you know what I'm saying. I'm not talking about me. I would never do that. All right. Man, it didn't sound right. Dear Lifer, can you please let me know what you see in VELO? Is that VELO drone or VELO finance? Right. I like VELO right here in this cup and handle. Right. You see it? That's a beautiful cup and handle for VELO. Looks like last chance before a big move for VELO. And my humblest of opinions, you can slide that alert a little over. I mean, this looks like we're going to get a move for VELO not too long from now. Yeah, that looks very, very interesting. And then you have the high, the low, you know, lower high, but a higher low getting very tight. Oversold in the daily, inside a bit of a cup and handle here. VELO looks like it's about to blast. Stop loss somewhere below that 7 level, and it just like, it looks fairy tale to me. Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. That's a huge cup and handle. And higher low. Tight moving averages, right? Remember, they don't tell you exactly when to buy. They say if you buy now, over time you will win. That's the key about moving averages. They're not like an exact science. They're an overall landscape of what's going to happen. I think that's the best way to say it, right? an overall landscape. Like they show you where landscape is when you look at something, a landscape painter, someone that does a large painting, like a wide, they call it landscape, right? It's wide, it's very big, you know, because when you're looking at a landscape, you're looking at a big open field, big open area, right? And so when I use that term landscape and I'm talking about time frames, I'm talking about how like you can kind of see it in a bigger area. You can kind of really see what it's doing, okay? And the moving averages kind of, that's what they do. They show you on a bigger picture what's happening. All right. What's a good VELO wallet? Let's take a look here. We'd have to find out. You'd go over to the coin. You'd hit VELO. You go look at it. Look at its address, right? It's got a BNB address. You see that, right? Looks like it also has a Stellar address, but it has a BNB. So that means that you could put it on a MetaMask wallet on BNB, right? If I'm correct, I mean, that's BNB there. It even says wallets, MetaMask, and Binance Chain Wallet. It gives you the wallets right there. Huh? Sam, what is a good VELO, not Velodrome? Yeah. Ponke's huge. I got a big old bag of Ponke right now, and I believe Ponke's going to do numbers. You do whatever you want. You think however you want. You dream however you want. But I'm dreaming big of Ponke gains. All right. And maybe we do come back down. Maybe it's not perfect. But over time, Ponke, man, for the win. And Ponke's going to a dollar, right? So, yeah. It's going to take some money. It's going to take some liquidity. But 178% gains coming out of Ponke. And again, that's why it's so key to be in at the very beginnings. Because that's a $3,500% gain. Right? That's a 35x or a 10x or a 20x or a 5x. It will still be some coins that do that. We're going to have to search for them and find them on the low, and they're going to pop out, and Tokenmetrics will have them. Look, we just saw virtuals recently. So let's take a look at that too as well. So we said that thing would pull back to the 618. So far doing exactly what we suggested it would do. The 12 hours hitting the 21. Might get a little bounce there, maybe, you know, but you'd like to see it hit the 618. And honestly, if it's hot, though, that's going to be its next power point for a big push. All right. Someone keeps asking about Turbo. I'm going to be nice and showy to you. You've been pretty persistent, almost spamming, though, in a way, which is a bit annoying, you know. Turbo has previous resistance. It's coming right back on it. It's likely to bounce here and go back up. I see a big move coming for Turbo. 116% gains out of Turbo. All right. If it loses this level, it'll drop down somewhere here to 5,005. But right now, Turbo's hot. It's at 009, and I see it going all the way up to 19. Basically doubling up for Turbo. Maybe one more chance if it dumps one more time back down to 8. But it looks very bullish to me. Turbo, baby, Turbo. Bitcoin holding back above 72,000 yet again. Very interesting sideways price action here on this Wednesday. And look, we dipped. We didn't get my stop, though. We almost did, though. Look how close. I mean, it's so weird. So close to the stop. Can we bounce back above this 200? Can we continue to move? Crazy price action today. There's a lot of leverage out there. And would you look at that? Look at that wick. It was so close. Unbelievable. And you never know. It's tight here. It's tight. Can I yeah, let's take a look at it. $1 million market. Oh, already went to 41 million in a few days. I'll be honest. I mean, just I gotta say that's an ascending triangle. Like, that's a very bullish pattern. It's likely to make a move. This thing could double very simply. 82% up to 7 7/10%, 77. That would double the market cap to 90 million pretty fast. The chart says it can do it. You know, that pattern is a 50-50 pattern, but when an uptrend like that with a lot of higher lows, and that can pump. So good luck for your coin. That looks pretty interesting. It is a meme. It could go to zero, but it has lock liquidity. It's a good sign. Have the lock symbol right there, and you're ready to rock. 82% gains possibly coming. All right. Jesus love you, sir. Can you please look at VeChain? We'll take a look at VeChain. So valuable. God keep him safe. God bless you. Thank you. Hey, Lifer, do you think ETH will dump hard to liquidate? I don't know. I don't think so. You never know, though. The opportunity is here now with the memes on Bitcoin runes. Imagine 1000x on a small bag of Bitcoin. But imagine if you just keep putting it out there and losing Bitcoin too, though. Like, I don't know, man. It would have to be done right, and there could be a lot of garbage out there. How do you know which one to buy? How do you know when to buy? Like, how much time do you have to divert to do that? You know what I mean? You have to be in Discords all day. How many Discords? How many are you joining? How many people you talk? How much time are you putting in to do that? Like, if you can show me kind of a quick, fast way where I can figure it out, you can download me, then let's do it, right? But I can't be dedicating my entire life to it, right? Usually that's what happens if you want to find 1000x. You gotta, like, it's not easy. You gotta put in the work. But maybe I'm wrong. I am pretty, like, you know, I can be stubborn about things I don't know and that I don't do. You buy them all, yeah, and then you lose a lot of Bitcoin for no reason, you know. Okay. And Keat John, I don't know what he's saying there. Yeah, looked at lock liquidity. Yeah, exactly. Uni is launching an L2, so ETH will stop eating its lunch. Interesting. It's about time. Since you're checking out memes, have you seen FWOG? Yeah, last month. I'm pleasantly surprised. God bless. You know, FWOG just continues to pump, and I see it all the time. Token Metrics has it. People ask about it. It's everywhere. This coin looks like it's about to move. The one I just showed you. The TA is very nice on it, but yeah, this thing has just been a grower, man. And we've talked about it on the channel. I went over it not too long ago. I mean, it just doesn't stop. It went from 1 to 28. I mean, that's a 28x, right? It's like pretty crazy. Super chat VeChain, yeah. I mean, you could see that it looks like it's going to eventually take a chill pill, right? But every time it did that, it's continued to pump. But wow, 207. This has been one of the strongest performing coins I've ever seen, because it like never had that big pump and dump. It just kind of continued to grow. We did talk about this coin. I don't know how many days ago, maybe 5, 6, 7 days ago, 2 weeks ago. We went over it on Token Metrics. I kept saying they keep talking about FWOG, FWOG. You know. Let me take a look here. Even in the Discord, I'm pretty sure I brought it up. This guy just gave you all the memes too here. Look at this, the stuff in the trading group. He gave you all the memes that he likes. Vibes, Look Bro, Shark Cat, Sharky, Billy, FWOG, right? Foie gras. It's a FWOG, right? A FWOG. Watching high risk meme 9/14, right? That's September 14th. FWOG. The price must have been low. 7 cents. It's now 28 cents. It did a 4x from when I put this out, right? FWOG. Why are you looking at me like this? It's very New York. Maybe that's why. Could you look at Ondo and Drift Protocol? Thank you, best. Boom is looking nice. I mean, honestly, I'm realizing the live stream almost needs to be 3 hours. There's just not enough time. We didn't used to do the live trading as much. It was all memes all day. I mean, not all, it was all altcoins all day long, you know. Alts are flipping green now as the morning begins here. In the last day, though, not amazing. You know, like Juke down 5%, Cast down 6%, Doge down 5%, Popcat. People took profits out of that pump. That's what happens. All right. In the last week, though, look at alts doing well. Hex up nice. Remember when I told you Hex was going to move? I mean, the charts told us. I didn't tell you. The charts told me. Bitcoin struggling again to hold this level. Looks like I'm going to lose that trade. Right? And we did. It was close to the bone. Not bad, though. Always make sure I love getting stopped out because it means I'm in the game. You know, like I won $3 grand the other day in one day, and it's like if I keep pushing, I'm going to make another 4 or 5. There's something big's going to happen. You know, last night I started praying for gratitude, and something really strange happened. I don't know if this ever happened to anybody, but I start saying, thank you, dear Lord, for everything. Thank you for the Lord. And as I say it, like, I know this sounds really strange, but like this, I feel like it was a shocker in my body or something, but this area began to like open. Like, I can't explain it how it didn't really physically open, but I felt like an energetic opening, right? And I kept saying, dear Lord, thank you, thank you. And as I kept saying thank you, like, I got caught and like I couldn't move. I was stuck. I was sitting there and I was like, and I felt like this, like, I don't know, man, I can't explain it, like this. And I kept staying, and I had to just keep saying, thank you, thank you so much. And like, I was in this, like, and it lasted like a few minutes where I was almost paralyzed by the gratitude. I couldn't move. And I think I was saying gratitude for the same things every single night at this, around the same time in the same fashion. And I think I don't know if it did something to a chakra of mine or something, or my brain. And then I felt like my pineal gland was vibrating, and I was like, thank you, thank you. And I really can't explain it, but something really strange happened last night during my gratitude session that had never happened to me before in my entire life. It was like I couldn't physically move. Right? And no, it was not a stroke. Someone says, I'm pretty sure that's a stroke. It wasn't a stroke. I'm telling you right now, I know it wasn't. It was like, someone wrote, that's a night, Darren. You people, there's so many trolls out here, man. Thanks for sharing. God is all powerful and wonderful. Sounds like BB Tasty. You guys are funny, man. It was a really interesting feeling. All I'm trying to say is I do this gratitude every night before I go to bed. And the first thing I do is thank you, dear Lord, that the baby had a healthy day, right? That's the first thing I ask about. I said, the baby didn't stress. We didn't have to run to the hospital. Nothing happened. The baby had a rash. The rash cleared up. Second thing I do is thank you for the 3.5-year-old that she didn't, like, you know, nothing happened to her. She didn't fall. She didn't get hurt. We went to the store with her. Everything okay, you know? And then my 9-year-old or my 10-year-old came home from school without any problems. She didn't fall. She didn't get hurt. She was okay. And I said, all right. And then my wife, she breastfed. She's not sick. Everything's okay. She's healthy. And I mean, the 4 things that matter the most in my life are all together. And I say, dear Lord, thank you for keeping all those people safe tonight. That's the first thing I'm going to say if I'm lucky enough to get there. I hope I'm going to be able to say those things and say thank you to the Lord for my kids and everything, right? So, yeah. Using your Christ oil properly. Yeah, TI massive unlock soon. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever heard you say, Samwise. Amen. Sounds like a classical hypnagogic hallucination. Yeah, so I just kept, you know, and so every night I've sat in that same location and I've done that. And last night I did it, and then I felt this strange energy as I did it. And then my mind said, like Jim Rohn, he says, if you keep doing something, you get better at it. If you keep pushing, it starts to break. And I said, man, I've been doing this meditative gratitude every night, same time, same place. It's been like 80, 90 days. I used to do it, but not like this, not in this like directive focused manner. And something happened last night where I breached into this. I know no one thinks, I think you guys think I'm crazy. I don't know how else to explain it. But, yeah, something really crazy happened. And, it was very strong. And it was like physically, I knew it wasn't a heart attack or a stroke, I'm telling you, but I could feel it in this section of my chest. Like I can't, I know you guys think I'm nuts. Anyway. Back to the charts and see what's happening. It's the last 10 minutes of the show. I always add something more personal. I believe you. I also do a lot of, you're funny. So something bad did happen. Would you blame or the devil or nobody, or just think it was God's will? Just curious, not trolling. My mom died in front of me. On Thanksgiving this year. Okay. I have the best answer for that question, you know, and what it did is it brought me closer to God, because I realized that like I lost the one thing that I thought I always had. And then my mind said, but you have God though. Your mother was there for you. Your mother was awesome, but you have a father. You're not alone. And I knew I wasn't alone when I lost what I thought would make me feel so alone. And it hurt, and it still hurts. And I miss my mom. I was a mama's boy. I was very close to her. But yeah, so I've been through watching your mother die in front of you. Anyone here will be the hardest thing I think you've ever done besides watching a child. I think I've been through one of the hardest things you could be put through. Again, it wasn't vicious. I didn't watch her bleed to death or anything, but she had a stroke in front of me, and then I watched her die in 5 days. I'm not asking for your pity. I'm not here to cry. I'm not here to beg for for you to look at me. I'm not here for attention. I'm here to tell you that I have been through some of the worst things in my life, I find, and it brought me closer to God. I didn't, and I don't, just because bad things happen, that's just the will, man. That's the way it is. Okay. People make also decisions that affect their lives, and, that's the fact. So shout out to the 1,495 beautiful souls still here on the live. I find that absolutely amazing, even when I'm here just kind of running. We're just, we seem to be kind of doing chop work here now on the smaller time frame. Look at the 1 minute. We went up. We started at the bottom at 71.5. We went up to 72.5. We went back to 71.6. We went back up to 72. We're just kind of we're kind of back and forth. Look for this to possibly make a right shoulder and seal the deal for a possible dump. Shoulder, head. Maybe we make a right shoulder here, and that really takes us further down. 71.5 is a key area. Can we bounce is the question. So far we have, but to no avail. We still have the long-term trade open on the 1 hour time frame. Remember, that hasn't changed. Let's just go back to that right now. This is the trade that was opened. I gave it numerous times. It looks something just like this. All right. And again, remember, the 4 hour doesn't look amazing. The 4 hour may have to dump further down to the 21-day moving average, but there's a chance we squeak out on this flag on the 1 hour. So why not take a shot? If I get stopped out, I do. If not, I gain some gains. So let me get rid of this as it's an upside down, right? It's a short, but I'm in a long right now on the 1 hour time frame. Stop loss below 71,005, and possibly, see if we can get to, 78,000. All right. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I'll be back in the trading group throughout the day. I'll be posting all coins that I see, anything kind of flowing through my ideas. I'll be looking at token metrics, scanning the market, and having a blast with each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. 71,800 for Bitcoin. Not looking amazing. Smaller time frames are getting a bit bearish. We're losing the 200 MA yet again on the 1 minute. We keep doing that, but we're kind of hanging out. So I see chop right now. Remember, the bigger picture, if the 15-minute loses the 200 and you decide to lose 71.5, that is a short right back down to 69.6, 70,000. BOOKMAP suggests that we do go down to 70,000. That liquidity could change, but right now they are more bearish than bullish. And that is your update at the end of the stream, so you can kind of get a sense of where we're at as I disappear. I love you all. I appreciate you. And I'll see you all tomorrow for another absolutely shocking, progressively pushing live stream. I love each and every one of you. I thank you all for your constant viewership and support and love. And with that, I will leave you with your thoughts and your life. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Remember, the secret to success, you know what it is? It's getting started. That's what it is. Crypto is life.